Welcome to Ali Gossel's Inspired Flow. This is Chanukah, special time, and I am going to share a little bit of the light I'm feeling. As yesterday suggested, if you want to hear more of what I said to a group of friends, I think that was a very powerful concept, but I'm going to move forward to some other ideas that I believe will be helpful. And it's really about, once again, connecting to Stephen Covey's 7 Habits, which also ties into the 8th habit, which he has, and the 8 days of Chanukah, funny enough. It's a little bit like a new idea. And maybe I'll do a little bit of yesterday's not posted class, just so you can get motivation to contact me about that. But the point is, the 7 Habits was a universal principle-based system, which I think that Stephen Covey was blessed with tremendous insight to tap into universal, Kabbalistic, mystical, foundational principles that hold up the whole world. Everyone knows that the 7 notes in the scale, 7 colors, and there's 7 days in the week, and the whole world has a foundation based on 7. And his habits, which are relevant in a business model, but also can be relevant on a person's daily life. And I believe spiritually, and I believe it can all be unified to one flow of growth development for a person. And the 7 habits are, in short, being proactive. And being proactive is a huge concept. Now, the way Chanukah works is that the first day actually goes to a higher light. It's the idea of Bina, of understanding. So we're going to say that is sort of a switcheroo, that the 8th habit actually starts off the Chag, meaning the first night is really connecting you to the higher light of Bina, of understanding. And then as you go through the next 7 days of Chanukah, then you're going through the next 7 levels, which build up. So the first is understanding, being able to stand, and that is the 8th habit Stephen Covey calls to service others, the voice. And that brings you then to an opportunity to develop with the technological world your own voice, your own understanding of how things are. This is what this podcast is. It's the revelation of Chanukah, is a revelation of light in the world, an understanding of Bina, the heart level, to be able to reveal a certain connection. Like the fire is there to demonstrate a warmth, a love, a kindness, something powerful. So we have that ability with the Bina, like a loving mother who nurses her child, a certain understanding of revelation, of care and warmth. It's a very relevant experience on Chanukah. And then it goes into the idea of kindness. That's the second day. The Haskell. This is the idea of being able to give, be proactive. This is the first habit from Stephen Covey, and it leads up to the next one, which is the second concept of end of mind, and that connects into the aspect of Gevurah, of strength, Ishma. That's the idea of understanding what your role is and doing it, knowing your value system, knowing your goals, having your mission statement. And that's a very powerful. So being proactive and end of mind are 2 beginning lights of Chanukah. And for me personally, I was married at the beginning of Chanukah, and I'm going through my anniversary right now. I'm actually going to be taking my wife out again to do some stuff later today. And because once again, you get to that third point of the third habit of first things first, family first. And that's being able to prioritize once you've got the kindness, that's the giving, that's the foundation of marriage. It's all about giving. And then the goals that you share, then you go into the first things first. So what is my priorities? And to prioritize your family first. That's a powerful revelation of Chanukah, that we can come together as a family. We light the candles in the house, we light up the home, even though we're lighting up the public as well. There's 45,000 public lightings, and that's where we get to the next level of Chanukah, which is the win-win. is to take that light that we've developed in our home and take it out to the world. And that light has the power to bring hope. And with hope, we have the ability to go ahead, to never lose hope, to always know we can win, to be successful, win-win. And that's the concept of Stephen Covey, the fourth habit of win-win. And then we go into the fifth level, which is to really seek to understand, to really listen. Someone just said a beautiful idea to me. A good friend of mine, that was the whole WhatsApp idea we were talking about yesterday, the WhatsApp group about friends. And to be able to listen is the same letters as silent. To be able to really listen, you have to be silent. You have to silence your mind, silence what you want to say, silence what you were saying, silence your goals, and actually listen. And that's something I really need to work on. Stephen Covey said that was his hardest habit, to really listen. And that one leads from the sixth night of Chanukah to the concept of synergizing. And that brings together the seventh night, the light of joining together everything, the unification, the making 2 + 2 = 10, to 100, to 1,000, to 1,000,000. The joining together with people is a compound interest, is an unbelievable explosion of light. When you bring different fires and flames and concepts and ideas and you synergize, you join it up, you build a company, you build something that can make a change in the world. And then you come to the level of sharpening the sword. This is the climax of Chanukah. This is the idea of reviewing, going over, internalizing. The eighth candle is connected to all the different people, all the different levels, has the power to be the chasima, to be the seal of the festival of Chanukah. And that is the most powerful aspect. You're in the public world, you're out there, and you bring everything together, from the personal to the public. You bind it all together, you review all the learnings, all the light. You take all the candles, all the wicks of all the nights, and you burn them all in one big fire to internalize the light, everything you learn. The 44 candles, because there's 36 candles connected to the 36 levels of righteous people, the 36 sections of Talmud. And then you bring the eighth Shamashim, the one who serves those 8 candles every night, serves the 8 nights of Chanukah, and there's 8 of those, and that adds up to 44, which is dam, which is blood. You're giving up your life force to this larger light, and that's servicing others, as Stephen Covey says in the 8th habit. And then my 9th habit and my 10th habit is to bring it to the rest of your life. It's very high concepts, we'll talk about it. There's the 10 habits of truly effective use. That's my own concept that I brought down, and I'll hopefully post it in the link. You get to this concept of removing all the distractions, that's the 9th, that's Chokhmah, and then 10th, which is Devekus, Emunah. That's the idea of just binding yourself to the oneness of creation, the unification of everything. And this is a very spiritual process, but it can be very practical as well. And if anyone has any questions and wants more explained in detail how to apply it, this is one of the things I offer to do daily as a consultancy aspect. And I'm happy to help companies and professionals and individual people come to this system that Stephen Covey brought down in his time, and we can, through the light of Chanukah, pick up to a whole new level that inspires the world to and each person individually to a more wholesome experience. That life is helping us come to an inspired flow. It's not holding us back. It's all part of the development of our journey, to not fear anything and go on our journey with a wholesomeness. Have a beautiful day from Jerusalem. Share your inspired flow.